What it is, YBS Skola in the building. Baltimore, stand up. I just jumped out the porch with dirty glove bastards. Tune in, you dig?
Had a whole box of condoms, still slipping and hit her up. Dang, I be tripping. Niggas
All right, so we got the one and only YBS Skola jumping off the porch with us today. Welcome, man.
Top shine in the building.
Yes, sir.
Baltimore, stand up, man.
Man, how you feeling today, bro?
I'm feeling good, living better, you hear me?
Yeah.
I can't complain, all is well.
Nah, that's what's good, man. Appreciate you swinging by today, too, man.
Thanks for having me, bro. I've been wanting to do this shit. I've been watching niggas. I be watching this shit, seeing this shit come past on the gram a lot, and I'm like, I'm down to A, man. I'm gonna definitely lock in with you.
Nah, definitely, man. So first of all, just go ahead and introduce who you got sitting behind you today, too, man.
I got my nigga V-Dub right there, trailing with me.
Okay. That's what's good, man. All right, so originally from West Baltimore, right?
Sure.
Okay, man. So I ain't gonna lie, man. I don't know much about Baltimore. All I know is, I watch The Wire and shit, man. So
Wow.
I know it's not like that, man.
Nah.
So just kind of break
Nah,
down,
why?
life in Baltimore, man, especially on the West Side. Like, what be going on up there?
I mean, it's up right now. It's a little messed up right now in my city. Like, it ain't really too much going on that nothing to call home about. It's a little rough for real, like. You know what I mean? Typical city. Like, it ain't that city you take no vacation to. It's one of the ones you really stay away from to keep it 100 with you.
Yeah.
We got some pretty parts. But for the most part, our city's so small. We got like one area where you can go out on some tourist attraction like Harbor East downtown.
Okay.
But other than that, it really ain't really. But I love it though. You know what I mean? I love Baltimore. It'd be hard for me to get out of there, but I'd be just like, I knew I outgrow it. Ain't really too much space for me to grow. You feel what I'm saying? But I'll be in the trenches, relaxed when I'm home. Anytime I want, you hear me?
Nah, I feel that. So how does it feel to be able to make it out of Baltimore, make it out of that type of environment, man?
It feel good, but it still be a little like, what you call me, like, cause I lost a lot of the ones that I wanted to make it out with. So I still be just sometimes just, when I be sit back meditating, just be wishing I could've had niggas with me, but I'm blessed though, you feel what I'm saying? And I just know them niggas, they spurred with me, and I'm gonna keep them alive, but I'm more like a team player for real. I ain't like a one-man band. I have, if it was a time, say for instance, we had to go to LA, and it was I ride first class or ride Spirit with 5 friends, I ride Spirit. I'm just that tight, so you feel me? But it's cool though, I'm blessed though. Definitely, I ain't satisfied.
Yeah.
But I'm blessed though.
I feel that.
Sure.
How would you describe Atlanta, or how would you compare Atlanta to Baltimore, or is there really no comparison between the two?
It is, but see, I ain't really on Atlanta, I be I can't really say because I ain't in the trenches part of Atlanta. Cause I ain't from here, so I ain't in the hood shit going on, and I wasn't born here, so but from when I do come here, I just feel like a needle in a haystack, so that's a plus for me. I just feel like I got much room to grow. The drive's an hour here, there, Baltimore, that shit 10 minutes apart, east or west, 5 minutes, like. So I just feel growth for real. In Atlanta, got that southern hospitality, like Atlanta, like from the outside looking in anyway, I know it's like, it's stuff going on in between different camps, but it's still niggas, like you got the stories you hear, the facts, like say if it's Young Thug, how he did with Baby, and it's like, that's real, like, man, I pay you to go to the studio. That's real, you feel what I'm saying? That shit like never seen in my city type shit, like. Niggas gonna do it on a level of just like, say for instance, a street dude backing a dude with a talent, but not a dude that made it. Like that's right in front of you still, like, like he getting millions and still like he trying to help me get millions, so I gotta do it. It's like he did it right in front of me, he living proof. Now he trying to pass me the ball, like, shit, you a fool to let that opportunity slip away. So that's what I be saying about Atlanta. I be liking how it's like that, like it's a lot of just it's a lot of mainstream artists that still be like tapping in with the up and comers and just be, you feel what I'm saying, helping the uprising of them and shit.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Do you feel like it's smart, you know, once you reach a certain level in Baltimore to stay in the city, or do you got to get out the city?
You gotta get out the city. You gotta get out the city. You gotta get out the city, bro. The lessen your chances, bro. The lessen your chances. Our city, we got it hard, bro. And we only get one time to mess up. We don't got self-defense. You feel what I'm saying? We don't got certain like laws y'all got. So one slip up, it take 1 second to get some shit. It might take 10 years to get out of down there. You feel me?
Real shit.
And that shit is too hard. That shit too harsh on a nigga that got a way out. And like eventually, if he do it right, kids be street. It's like my father told me something. We was having a conversation. He basically was like, in so many words, like, man, you got a talent that your friends don't have. You got a legitimate way to just change everybody around your life if you just put a year or two into that. This shit gonna always be here. At least say you tried. You just get that shit a shot. And I'm like, man, you know what? 100%. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I just want to say I tried that shit and not keep like, I'm gonna do it. Because I've been contemplating about moving down here. Lil Baby was telling me move down here years ago. He had a condo for me. Like, bro, come down here, bro. I got a condo for you, bro. Just come down here. Like, dirt. I've been what you call these niggas for years, like the past 4 or 5 years type shit. Tapping in every time I come down here. And when I get down here, first thing I say, like, shit, I be back. Nigga, I might be gone for 2 months then blew by. Like, I'll be back this weekend. 2 months then went by. I'm just coming back, like, yeah, I'll be back. Nigga, like, man, your ass ain't coming back. You love Baltimore, man. That's how that shit be, man.
Nah, for real. How'd you tap in with Baby? Because you guys were working like 2017, 2016, right?
Yeah, and I ain't gonna lie, Baby came in my shit. Baby came in my shit. I remember like yesterday. He came in my shit like on some like, I don't remember how he worded it, but he like, what up? And then when he opened it, looked at his shit, and I'm like, he looked like me. Like he was a young nigga. He was already posting big packs and shit, getting some money. Like, what it is, like. And he like, shit. He straight say, niggas like us need niggas like us. And I'm like, for sure, like, I'm like, you from the A? He like, yeah. I'm like, shit, when I come down there, I'm gonna tap in. So then, in the midst of that, just within a whip snap of a finger, I seen it, like he had probably dropped my dog or something. I seen him rapping, and then I'm like, shit, bro, I want you on my tape. Sent him like 2 songs, he sent the verse back on 1. And I was coming down here fucking with him and shit, pulling up in his hood. I pulled up on him with him and Rollo shot, we in Cali in Pakistan.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I was fucking with him and shit, and it just was like that for real.
Yeah.
And he just stayed in contact for real. Like, he ain't lose contact. I still could like reach out to him and he'd hit back, or I spin hand, he'd get back at me for real.
That's solid. I wish you guys would have shot a video for that song too. That's your iPhone.
I said that, man. We pulled a shot a video for this, baby. He said, man, this was like 2 weeks ago. He said, man, on any trip, we gonna do some whole new shit. I fuck with you.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Because I said that we was in the club, he had a hosting in my city. Like probably 2-3 weeks ago, I was fucking with him.
Okay, yeah. That's solid. So when would you say you jumped off the porch in Baltimore then?
When I jumped off the porch?
I don't even know if you guys have porches there, huh?
Yeah, we got porches. Hell yeah, we got porches. That's all we really used to be on for real in my neighborhood, porches and shit. I was young though, bro, when I first jumped off the porch. Like, I was like born in that shit for real. Like my brothers, uncles, like that shit was right on my doorstep growing up. You feel me? Like my big brother, from my uncle, I really was like born in that shit for real.
Yeah. Did they try and guide you to like stay away from the streets then, or?
Yeah, hell yeah. They tried to, but it was like, it's almost like they can try, they was trying to, but it still was like, I was around it and seeing it type shit. So I was like, shit. I was trying to get my own little money too and shit. So it was times I was doing little shit, but I was doing it on a sneak tip. But I already just from being around it, I was just watching certain stuff go on. that I just soaked the game for real at a young age. But they definitely was trying to like when I was a kid, my big brother like on the same neighborhood, the same street he grew up on, like he was on doing little stuff. I was on a younger age, but I wasn't doing nothing. I was on a generation younger, but some of my friends would be smoking and stuff. And he and every time we see him, they be like, "Oh shit, that go get brother, boy, that go pound." And I just and my allergies used to always fuck with me, right? Cause I know back like that young, he'd probably beat me up for real, right? So as soon as I see him, like my fucking eyes itching like a bitch. You feel me? So I definitely like used to get like disciplined when I knew I do dumb shit for real. Hell yeah, like my mother, like I'd be outside with all the old head niggas. I'm like 13, these niggas 30. I'm talking about curfew coming around. They try and chase the young niggas. I got like my big homie that passed, long live John Wayne, he always taking up. I'm like, no, this is my nephew. I'm walking him home. We on our way in. Like, I'll be with him doing curfew type shit. But my mother used to always spin through there and I'd duck out. Like she'd spin through my neighborhood once it get like 9, 10 o'clock. And somebody straight spot her like, yo, Tone up coming down. Somebody tell me I hide. And she'd be like, where he at? He over here. They be like, no, I went. And I'll tell them like, no, I ain't out. Tell him I ain't out. But it wasn't no communication like it was then. You feel me? It wasn't like phones and shit. It was a little flip phone minute shit. But when you live five blocks from where you live at, you know, your people just pull through there rather than FaceTime. You're like, where you at? This was years ago. I was 11, 12, 13, 14 already active.
Yeah.
For real.
I feel that.
For real.
What would you say has been one of the biggest obstacles you had to overcome in your life so far, you know, for you to be able to make it and sit on this porch today?
Just a lot of pressure, just feeling in the shoes, well not feeling in the shoes, but just like trying to like hold down the throne, coming behind rappers like Scoota up next that was here before me, how talented he was and like had confidence in myself and just like never get discouraged and always just be like confident and had that ambition for real. Cause like that's like you come behind a rapper that's nice, and now you the only rapper left in the camp. So it's like, dang, you gotta do it now. Like, so now it can go two ways. Motherfuckers can be like, man, you bullshit. We need Scooter back, or you can hold it down. But just in my case, it wound up going the right way.
Yeah.
Like I holding it down. Like I kept this shit going for years. Scooter been gone for years, and YBS we still them. So that and just like catching charges and shit, freedom being on the line, like freedom getting hindered, like going to prison, missing out on time, like with just family, my kids, and music, and like just like missing out on money for real. But the money don't really be the what you calling me. It be the time.
Yeah, that's the shit you can't get back.
You can't get that shit back. It be the time with me, bro. It don't really be the money. I just don't like wasting no time. You feel me?
Real shit. So how far back does the relationship with Scooter go? Like, was this before music, or did you guys link up on some music shit?
No, we linked up on some music shit. I linked the Scooter, the only one in YBS that I linked up on some music shit.
Okay.
All the rest of it, we go way back, like generation I was a kid. But Scooter was the one that was like from their neighborhood, but I knew them on some besides the music shit. We was already tight. And basically, Scooter was from their neighborhood. So we just like got behind Scooter type shit like that. We got behind Scooter like that for real.
Okay. Did he have a buzz in the city at that time, or?
He was already rapping. His buzz was but when we really came together as that team, put them 3 letters, that's when it was like, it was history after that.
Yeah.
He was making great music and shit, but the appearance and the shit he was rapping about, once he got with us, just like, was a lot different. He was motivating niggas on a whole nother level than what he was doing when he was just rapping on some hood shit, chilling, you know what I mean? He was like, yeah, he was motivating niggas on a whole, inspiring young niggas in like the streets on a whole nother level, for real.
What was the vision for YBS when you guys first clicked up and formed it then?
The vision was like, get the team to the top, like no one man above the crew. We behind Scooter. Whatever he need, we gotta get it. Like, we with him. You feel what I'm saying? He was the way out. We was behind him for real. We was all invested into him for real.
Yeah.
Yep. But I always knew how to rap on a freestyle tip, or I just get in the booth like on some random tip, rap make a hard song, like say for instance like random out the blue on a, just if it's 2015, I just make a song, but I don't make another one for the next 3 years. Type shit. Like I do that back growing up, like 15, like make a song, but the hood always go crazy though. But I never was taking it serious. But once we got YBS, and I'm like, we really was on some musical shit. And school was rapping, and I was just in the studio. I just got to dipping and dabbing at it again. And then it was like, once the what you call I had got, the reaction I had got, once I had dropped like one song, it was like, oh nah, this shit, I can't slow down or play with it no more. This shit done got out of control. Like, they trying to pay to see me. So I'm like, shit, I can do this shit too. And I was doing it, but not as much as I was when he was alive. Like, we ain't even had that many songs. We probably had like, all together 5, 10 songs, and he was in the studio every day.
Oh shit.
Cause I might go to the studio with him every day of the week, or bump it, like go to the studio with him 2, 3 days out of the week, but made one song. And he might make 15, 5 a day, you feel me? I might jump on one little quick freestyle with him or something. Cause I wasn't really into it, I wasn't really doing it, I wasn't really into it, it wasn't really my thing like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So where were you at mentally when he passes away? Did you feel like giving up on the music or?
Hell no. No, the last thing I felt was giving up. Hell no. Hell no. We put too much work into this shit, put too much time into this shit. Like, he already got us at to a height like it's hard to reach.
Yeah. Especially from Baltimore too.
Especially. You feel me? So hell no, that was the last thing came to mind was give up on it. Sure.
Yeah. What do you feel like his legacy is, you know, as far as Baltimore and the music scene there?
The greatest of all time. Gone but ain't gonna never be forgotten. Yeah.
It's hard to argue with that, man. So Getting Money. Is this like the first one that really jumps for you?
Yeah. Getting Money.
So did you expect that one to take off, or what'd you think when you put this out?
I ain't expect that shit at all. I just made this song, and I was listening to it, and I was letting other people hear, and then people would be listening to it like, this shit cool. But I'm like, nah, this shit hard. But I ain't expected to do that though. So my hood was already really like already how I be on that video. It already be crowded like that. That was when the hood was the hood. It was like this. It was like one. It was love for real, and it already be like that. So I just came outside on some regular day shit. That wasn't just like no what you call video shoot. That was really just like a regular day in the life for me. But I just had that day just called the cameraman like, man, I'm ready to shoot the video. You feel me? And that shit went crazy. I ain't think it was gonna do like that though.
Does it take off right away or does it take some time?
That shit took right off for real.
Shit.
Probably like everything I dropped when I first started rapping just took right off. Like in my city anyway, or DMV alone, like all through Maryland, it just took right off. It ain't take no time. I dropped like Getting Money, took right off. I dropped like no more after that. That shit was like word. When I performed it, like any little clubs I was doing, holes in the wall, word for word. I dropped Whole Lot of Money, word for word. Like Baby Girl, word for word. So it was to the point like I could go to, when I get booked for a show, I can really have like 5, 6 songs and probably got 10 songs out and they gonna be word for word like from the door for real.
Yeah, that's special right there.
Yeah, from the door. And I don't got no like I go in there just straight off instinct. So if I'm knowing I'm doing this shit with this easy and every time I'm doing it, this the reaction, I'm like, you feel what I'm saying? This shit, it's a blessing for real. I go in there, I don't know how to write. None. I go in there and sit on a beat. Sometimes I don't even sit on it. As soon as I hear it, I might just say, yeah, pull this up, go in there. Or if I sit on it, I might be playing a video game this whole time, coming up with my hook. Then I be like, shit, I'm ready, yo. And I get up, do the hook, and then I just knock the rest of the song. I just go through the rest of the song. Like, never wrote song. Even though I was in jail, I never actually just wrote a song. Every time I go to write, I don't got the patience for real. I can't do it for real. I got short attention span, I think.
No, I understand that. So what about the song Shining, man? Like, what was the studio session like for that one?
So low, like probably it's just me plus one. Like the studio I was recording in probably was about big as this step. Probably like literally probably ain't it V? Like Studio 17 probably as big as this little step shit. The computer right here, couch where he at, and then there was a booth right here like on the door type shit. Probably a little bigger. And my producer Elijah 808 sent the beat, and I'm like. He sent it like, yo, you see if you fuck with this? And I'm like, nah, this shit hard. Pull it up, told my engineer, pull it up real quick. Went in there, laid the hook in the first verse. And I was like, I'm gonna come back to it. But when I did it, I sent it back to my engineer, my producer. Like, look, I just straight did this on it, boom. Within like a couple days, it was leaked.
Oh, for real?
It got leaked, but I had finished it like a day or two later. So when it got leaked, and I'm like, how the fuck it get leaked? And then when I'm like, which one, send me the link. And when I heard the link, it was only the one with one verse that I sent straight to him. That's how I found out how it happened. I'm like, damn, bro, you the only one I sent that right to. You got that leak. But he like, damn, bro, my little cousin sent that shit to him and did it in a long story. Whoop-de-whoop. Like, my little cousin must have did that shit. I let him hear it. But it was leaked, and I had some like shows coming up. So it was already like on a leak joint, motherfuckers was like, I was saying it now, like it was a little viral, like tag me in it and keep singing along. So when I did a show, I had performed it. And I'm like, they was singing it like I dropped it. So I'm like, damn. So then I really dropped it. Dropped it with the second verse in the video. But the leak version, it was already like, I had did a show and it was like, it was there. Like if it was a crowd, 100 people, about 40 on was word for word. The other 60 was just like trying to figure out how did they even probably know it. So I'm like, damn. So now I'm like, I dropped it, and it was just, I shot the video in like an hour. My Kev that shoot the video sent it right back with him like an hour, and we just dropped that shit, and it just, was organic for real. No label budget behind it. That shit was just organic. It just took off naturally.
Yeah. Did you guys drop it on World Star originally, or did they pick it up?
I did drop it on World Star though.
Okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Was that your first drop on there too?
No, I was dropping on World Star around that time. A couple songs. I had probably dropped like 3-4 of my songs around that time.
Yeah.
Like Found a Way. I think I dropped a whole lot of money on there. Not getting money, but definitely Shining. Spinning bands. Like I was dropping a few records on World Star back then.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, World Star was a little, you think it was a little like having a wave back then better than now? Or people still?
Back then, yeah, they definitely had a wave. They was definitely breaking artists back then.
Right, yeah, that's what I dropped it at. Yep.
Yeah, definitely, man. So the song Traumatized, man. Like what type of emotions did you go through while recording that song?
Sometimes I be in there, bro, and if it's a beat that's like them type of beats, I just be like, see, I always be thinking about my friends I lost, because even when I be in the studio, I don't be needing no studio sessions of 5-10 people to make music. I really probably work better with the lesser for me, for real. So, but I always be just thinking. See, when I got more people in there, I just be a little like, I be in record mode, but it be so much going on that I just like, and when I be in the studio, they got a video game, we got gambling, we got friends just talk and just be like, different little stuff be going on, rather than if it's just me and the engineer with a loud beat and I'm just like into it like this. But when I made Traumatizing, I think when I made Traumatizing, I made that in the crib. I was on house arrest.
Oh, shit.
Because I shot the video in the office that I only could go to. I only could go for an office to do like community service and back home for like 7 hours every day. I had to go to an office. So when I made it, I was just in the house, man, and I was just like back against the wall, but I was like basically like speaking on from my perspective, but to people probably going through the same thing. Like shout out to all the niggas out there grinding, not stagnated. I'm putting work in every day. I swear I'm dedicated. Like even if you don't see it, I'm doing it. I'm really out. I'm really like out of sight, but I'm really on my grind though. But it was so tight on me, and it's like, damn, shit, that house arrest shit, that shit had you in the house like so tight, no drugs for real, cause they ran me. It's like, and you just looking at the walls every day. It beat being in the joint 100%, but that shit be getting miserable sometimes though. So I was just in there probably on that type of time, like just probably on some miserable shit, just in my thoughts or something. That beat probably just was like, made me think about my niggas and just like, you know what I mean, not giving up, but keep going for real.
No, I fucked with that song. It's very personal, very emotional too, man.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. So at what point did Meek reach out to you?
Meek reached out. I mean, man, Meek go way back. I met Meek actually through reaching out through Scooter for real. Scooter was alive. We had went up Philly and got with Meek for real when Scooter was alive. I just happened to be, I was Scooter's friend. But we had went up there and we went up there to holler at him. We was gambling. I wound up striking the whole dice game for probably like 25,000.
Goddamn.
And ever since then, Meek just had it out for me for real on some just like gambling.
Gotta get that money back.
Yeah, like man, come on back up here. Like the next day, he sent me a picture in the vault. Like, come on back up here. Don't. It ain't over. Like, and every time I seen him after that, like a couple of times, we always gambled. But I wasn't really what you call me the music when Scooter was alive. So really, once I started dropping Scooter was alive, probably like, I probably was like, was shining out when Scooter was alive? Shining, I think it was a whole lot of money was just out. I don't even think Shining was out when Scooter was alive, bro. It couldn't have been. But yeah, everybody was behind Scooter, so we was just really trying to get Scooter with DC or something. But man, Meek Job just took it to each other on some gambling shit, and we just like we was just locked in for real, and it just been love ever since from that initial day when we went up there and I met him when he had just came home for real.
Oh wow.
And he was just came home probably like a few days ago. He had like the thorn was and shit still big as shit. Probably just coming home a few days for real.
Yeah. Did you sign with Dream Chasers or was it just more
like management?
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Like a 6 to 9 month management type of deal.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's your relationship like with Meek today?
Still cool, still love.
Yeah. So 2019, you get sentenced to the prison sentence, right?
Yeah.
So did you have to turn yourself in right away, or when did you actually turn yourself in?
I had to turn myself in June, like 5th, 2019.
Okay. Yeah. So where were you at mentally during that time? Because, you know, one of the hottest artists in Baltimore, you got a lot of shit going, and now you got to go sit down.
You get what you give, man. It's like, that shit come with it for real. Like, I don't ever get too far away from reality of this shit for real, even though sometimes you gotta face reality of this shit. And I basically was like, you know, at the end of the day, I'm a man, and it ain't really like a loss, it's just a lesson learned for real. But I was just more so just like already knowing I'll be right back for real, cause I ain't had to do no time. I'm just like, man, this shit ready to just be a little boot camp trip and be right back. Go on here, mind my business, stay out niggas' way, don't run my bit up. You feel what I'm saying? Come out the same way I went in. Just like that, for real.
I feel that.
Come out the same way I went in.
Were you feeling creative during that time, or were you really not there?
Hell no, I wasn't creative. I ain't write one song. The whole time I was locked up, I was in a dorm. It's like 75 niggas, like. I was reading though, I was learning though, I was what you call acknowledging my brain though. Like I learned a lot of shit, and I was reading a lot of shit. I was reading, so I wasn't really writing music, but I'm sure I was probably building my vocabulary, and I was like, I know I was gonna have different subjects and stuff, but rather than what I had before I went in.
Yeah.
I was gonna have different topics and shit, cause I was like, my mind was somewhere else now than what it was then.
Yeah. So when you come home, do you focus on music right away, or do you take some time for yourself?
No, I was focused on music right away, but it was a little tight because I couldn't really do shit. I was in when I first came home on house arrest, I had a little townhouse and shit, and it was like, and my girl, she had to work. She was working on like, I couldn't really be too creative in there with making music. I couldn't leave, so I only had to record there. The motherfucker wasn't that big, so I could be loud all through the night and like.
Yeah.
And then it was like, then it's like, I ain't having motherfuckers like in my spot for real. I'd rather just record at a studio. I don't really have that many people I trust that really can come to the crib. I don't even probably count on 1 or 2 fingers of engineers that I even allow at the spot. So I really couldn't be too creative for a while. But then I had moved. Until I moved, I had to move, got a bigger spot, and then I was able to set up a nice joint in my man cave. Was able to set my equipment up.
Okay.
And I was working. That's when I had dropped like a project. I dropped Top Shiner. But it was still tight until I really got back outside for real.
And when was that? Like, when were you finally done with house arrest and all that?
When I came home, I went in June of 19, and I came home March. I was on a tight ass house arrest, the one I was telling you about when I only could go to the community service office and back for like 11 months.
Oh shit.
I was on there from when I came home in March until January. No, that's what, 9 months.
10 months.
Yeah, 10 months. I was on there from March until January, like December 28th or something. March till like December 28th.
Okay. Yeah.
And then I was able to come back out. That's when I had got a little taste of freedom. So I was outside, after like going to prison 9 months, then coming home 10 months. Like that's down in 2 years of just real loud boredom. So I got back outside and shit, and I was just,
And then it's the pandemic when you come home too.
Then it's the pandemic. So it's like, that's another thing. So yeah, I had when I did get off, I just was getting a little bit of fresh air for real, man. I was cool, and I was just doing shit I wanted to do for the past 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I always say, I feel like it's important for artists, to live life, so you got something to rap about too.
Facts.
That way you ain't rapping about the same shit over and over, man.
Live a little bit. Yeah.
Do you feel like your fans stuck by you? They stayed loyal to you during that time, or they hitting you up like, man, you need to drop. You bullshitting. You need to drop.
Both. They definitely been pressuring me. Drop, definitely. But I feel like they stuck by me too.
Yeah.
I feel like my city definitely like stuck by me. They just be knowing my potential and be like disappointed in me sometimes. You feel what I'm saying? That's how I be looking, cause they be like, hey, Bobby, I ain't knowing, like, bitch, why you just drop that song? When you just dropped that other song, that was a hard ass song. You was really rapping, the streets love that. But I be like, bro, sometimes I don't do it for the streets. Sometimes I might do it for the girls. Sometimes I might do it for the kids. I ain't always on one thing. I'm like versatile. I like to be versatile. Sometimes I might just do it for cars. Sometimes I might do it for just clothes, and it might be a different perspective for a street nigga. Like, so it just be like, sometimes I just be having my own fun with it. You feel what I'm saying? It don't be more so just to be like having everybody like, what you calling out the last song, thinking I'm gonna come like that on the next song.
I feel that.
Yeah, I like to switch it up a little bit for real.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, man.
Yeah.
So my apologies.
My apologies.
Did you record this down here? Did you record it up in Baltimore, or where
I
we at?
recorded that in Baltimore.
Okay.
My apologies, I ain't got one bad on that. I ain't got one bad review on that. Like, and then I got a single on there called I Be Trippin'. got everything upside down. Whenever I
That
see
shit's
it,
so hard, man.
yeah, I be tripping like got shit going crazy right now in my city.
Yeah. Did you feel like you had a point to prove with this project, or?
Kinda, sorta. And I just was like, see my my last like 1 or 2 projects, I wasn't really like being versatile. I wasn't putting female records on there, shit like that. Like I was dropping like 8, 9 song projects or 12, but I mean like 10, but it really wasn't having how I normally do my projects. This one was how I really be doing my projects. Like I had time to do it. It wasn't really rushed. Some of it, like, it really might be a song or 2 on here from a month ago, but then it might be some songs on there from like 4 or 5 from the past 2 weeks. So it was like I had time to really sit with it and really like strategize a little bit. Like, no, this it. This ready. This a nice body of work. This my single. This for my females. This for the ones who like when I come like this. This for my lost ones. Like it just had. Well, everything that I like to, what you call when I drop a project, it just had it in there.
Yeah.
So whenever I feel like that, I be like, I feel good about it for real. Like I be tripping, that was already my single. Like before the project came out, somebody say, which one you think the hardest one? I be tripping. Like, you feel me? So it's like when I be already sitting at the drawing board and then and I execute like that and it work like I planned, it just be like, yeah, like it be a relief. It be a relief.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Why that title? My apologies.
Cause it's like, it's almost like sorry for the wait, but it's not sorry for the wait, it's my apologies. Cause I ain't sorry, it's just I apologize. Like that's that kind of thing. And it's just like, people be always, what you call me all the time. Like when you drop, and I might be like, man, shit, in like 2 weeks. You feel me saying? Cause I be really intending to though, but shit be going left, mixes might get held up, this song might gotta finalize a contract, or it be getting held up, shit, stuff be happening for real, like on the business side.
Yeah.
And so I just like, my apologies. Yeah.
You could drop the next day, people gonna be like, when you drop it again?
Yeah,
The
right.
attention spans of some of these
short,
fans.
bro. It's attention span is short. It's definitely is, cause it's like it's so much music dropping nowadays.
Oh
probably.
man.
Like,
Even today, when you start looking at what all dropped today, it's like, God damn.
when Double XL posts new albums a day, 6, 7 albums, like damn. Yeah.
Shit's crazy. You still plan to drop a deluxe then?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm working on the deluxe. I'm ready to drop the deluxe. I had started shooting a video that I be tripping. I'm gonna get that out the way, finalize that.
Yeah, because you just got that the one take video out for
Yeah,
it?
one take.
Yeah, definitely need an official video for that one.
Yeah, I had started. It's cold. The first half cold, but then I'm gonna get another scenery for it and it be done.
Okay.
I probably come out here and use this joint.
That'd be all right there.
Yeah.
So what's some of your goals, looking forward for your music career, whether it's short term or long term?
Get a album of big, at least a one big mainstream feature. I want to move my friends down here. That's one of my goals. Just elevate, man. Elevate. Not be in the same spot I was in next year. Not be in the same spot I was in this year. Elevate, man, and just like be a lot more productive than I was the past 5 years. Be like 100% in, like 2 feet in with my music, then see what I can get. You know what I mean? Like Nip, all money in, just go all money in, no money out. Like all grind in, nothing but grind for the music. Don't got no time for nothing else. All invested in just all my eggs in one basket for real, and just like actually see what I can accomplish that I probably could accomplish years ago.
All right, so what's some advice you would share to the youth coming up right now?
Chase your dreams, man. Chase your dreams. Don't be no follower, be a leader. Believe in yourself. Even when nobody do, believe in yourself. Don't never doubt yourself. Go for it. Don't let nothing hold you up. Don't let nobody discourage you. and like go for it, man. Whatever it is, go for it, not later now.
Wise
Sure.
words right there, yeah. And what has being a father taught you about life?
We're being a father, just discipline and patience. Patience, discipline, and like sacrifice. Sacrifice. Sometimes you gotta sacrifice having fun to spend quality time to mold your son, or you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like the mold them to like you want to catch that shit early, like you don't want to really get too caught up in, like me, I don't be trying to get too caught up in the money or the music that my son don't not ride no pedal bike and he missing out on like the experiences kids that will grow up in the hood. Not to say nothing like speak down ran on the hood, but you know kids in the hood, they grew up really having fun.
Mm-hmm.
Kids nowadays with coming from good families, they growing up on like electronics, really like not really having like sport, what is it, like the kids that's really like having that what you call for sports, like they like my son, I be having to like I be trying like what you call them into shooting shots, just like I'm gonna get you some Legos where we shoot some shots. I be trying to bribe them into doing it just to like to get them like a little sportsy type.
Yeah, get them active.
Get them active for real, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I feel that.
definitely.
So what's next, Skola? What else coming up, man?
Work, man. More work, better work, man. Just like more consistent work, too. Consistency. That's one of the things I want to work on. Being more consistent, like make sure I'm hitting every quarter. I ain't missing one. It's 4 quarters. I really want to do more than 4 quarters. I really want to do 5, like shit, a project a month for real. I'm independent. I ain't got nobody tell me when I can or when I can. So just more consistent for real.
Real shit, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out you like to give before you wrap it up here?
Shout out to the Trill. Shout out to the Ville. Shout out to Baltimore, YBS, Studio 17. All my loved ones, free all my guys behind the wall. You know what I mean? And long live all my fallen soldiers. Y'all know where they is. They know where they is. Y'all living through me. YBS for life. I'm gonna get the team to the top, man.
Had a whole box of condoms, still slipping and hit her up. Dang, I be tripping. Niggas on the block right now, still serving.